so I can see all of you and I can, when we can see each other, we can have better discussion. Thank you so much. Hello. Can you tell me your name one by one because I can see different names on the screen.
Yes, so please start with Rajat. Rajat, please continue with your introduction.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Rajat Singh Best. I am live in Khajurikas nearby Signature City, and I am study in college. And I have a one brother.
I want to I want to interrupt here. I even don't need to know the place because I have no knowledge where is that. I have never been to that place.
So just name.
So better if you can no better if you can tell me your name and in which class do you study. If you have completed your study, what have you completed in your study? Because it will help me to have a better discussion with all of you.
Okay, so class, your name and class. So people, quick, your name and class. So Abdul Qadir.
Hello, hello everyone. Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Abdul Qadir. I am my first choice question how I can be expert in English language and is
Okay. Right now only your name and your class. Shaimaidam, name and class.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Saima Iram. I have completed masters from AMU year.
Very good. Very nice. Like this, only name and qualification. Vishujit.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vishwajit Kumar. I live in Sitamarhi and currently I studies in BA. Thank you.
Saeed Anwar, name and qualification.
Hello, ma'am, and good evening, everyone. I am MD Saeed Anwar from Aradia district, Bihar, and I pursuing my graduation in last third year BCom.
So name and qualification only. Nisha and Anika, both the sisters. Quick.
Good evening, ma'am. Myself Nishanaz and I am doing BCom. This is my last year. Good evening, everyone. Myself Anika Qureshi and I am doing BA first year, Aligarh Muslim University.
Very good. Salman Shabnam, quick. Name and qualification.
Hello everyone, my name is Samnam. I read in 10th class 5.
Good evening everyone. My name is Salma Khatun. I read in class 11. Thank you, sir. Everyone.
Good evening, everyone. I'm myself Fadima Nazar and I'm doing BSc in biotechnology. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am graduate from AMU. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Ikra Yamin and I'm doing graduation. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. My name is Savana Khatun. I am 10th class. Thank you.
कैसे करेंगे यार वीडियो से
Good evening, everyone. I am Aryan. I am from Sitamarhi, and I have recently graduated in mathematics honors.
Next, Arjun.
Hello everyone. I am Dinendra Pratap Chauhan. I am educated.
Good evening, everyone. Myself is Tarun. I have completed BSc.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shivam Kumar. I am pursuing my bachelor's with mathematics.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing introduction. What I got to know that most of you are in graduation or maybe completed your graduation. There are I guess 3 or 4 students were in 10th class, I guess, right? If I'm not wrong. So I know your questions would be like, how can I be comfortable in English, or how can I speak English in like in efficiency, in fluency? I know these are the questions going to be. So these questions, we can have common questions at the end of the discussion. If you have different questions than these, so those questions are welcome before. So better if you can have different questions, so we can discuss right now. Otherwise, we'll discuss the same questions. Do you have some other questions except for these questions?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope I'm audible properly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Too much audible. All right. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Sayed.
Yes, I have a question. How can memorize our vocabulary, ma'am? Because when I read any novel, storybook, I also forgot my vocabulary.
Okay. So your question is that how can I strong my vocabulary, right?
Yes,
Does
ma'am.
anybody else also have the same question?
Yes, ma'am.
You can write in the chat box. I have an eye on the chat box whosoever is writing. I'm reading all the chat. You can write if you have any same questions here. Yeah, you can say yes. That would be enough for me. I think does not have. Okay, fine. Said, your question is many people have the same questions. Okay, so see, if you talk about vocabulary, so my suggestion would be first of all, whenever you read the vocabulary or whenever you read any novel, try to keep a target for regular basis, maybe 10 words, maybe 20 words. Do not go for more than 20 words. If you keep a target of more than 20 words, you won't be able to achieve that. And once what happens, once if you don't achieve your target, you feel self demotivated. Then nobody can else motivate you. If you are self demotivated, nobody else gonna motivate you. Trust me, and it will not help you. So better keep a short target which can be achieved very easily. Later on, you can increase your target, but first of all, keep a short target which is achieved easily. It helps a lot in motivating. We get self motivation, which is very good for everyone. Write down the words which you read every day. Try to use them in regular sentences. Once you start using them in regular sentences, you can never forget them. Like once I was watching an episode, there was a word fishy. So I was not aware what is the meaning of fishy. Then I searched it and started using, and whenever I write, I started writing that word. So now I can never forget that word. Similarly, keep a target of 10 words would be better, I would say, because you have other studies also. You have to study math, science, etc. So keep a target of 10 words, 10 new words every day, and keep using them. My suggestion would be this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome. Most welcome. And one more thing, Saeed, I would like to say, just do not listen and let it go. Implement it in your daily life. Then only it is going to help you. Listening won't help you until you don't implement it. You have to implement it at any cost.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am,
it will help you for
yes,
sure.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay, Sai. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anybody else? Anybody else who has question?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, my question is how to read any book perfectly in balanced way. Because your passion is reading books of any types. So my question is how to perfectly read books, any types of
All
books.
right. All right. Yes. Your name is Tarun, right?
No, ma'am.
Vishwajit, okay. First of all, I would like to request all, please mute your speaker so I can hear whatever. Like only the person who is asking the question can unmute. Rest of you, please keep your speaker on mute. So it will help me to listen better. So Vishwajit, your question is that how can we read any type of book, right? So that's not forcefully you have to read any type of book. That's my interest. I can't give my interest to anybody. If you want to gain interest, if you have to read any book, you automatically will have interest in that. Then only you can do that. Where is your interest? You don't need to gain in that. If you want to read any book, my interest is I can read any type of book because I like to read the books. I have read mysterious book. I have read motivational books. I have read the love stories. I have read the courage stories. I can read any type of book. That's my interest. So why do you want to gain my interest in yourself? Yes, Vishwajit. That's my
Okay,
interest.
thank you.
No, you can ask why you want to gain that same kind of interest. Tell me. Is there any benefit you find in that?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell me, please.
Benefit. Yeah, ma'am.
What is the benefit you see in that?
Benefit is because books are always beneficial for people.
Very good answer, Vishwajit. This is what I was expecting. I think you are preparing for UPSC or some government exams, right? I can see the math in your background, right? So yeah, you are right. Okay, so that's very good answer you have answered. So Vishwajit, whenever you are reading, do not read whole story first of all. If you are a beginner of a reading, so try doing one thing, read one para and try to visualize what would have happened at that place where we are reading. Suppose I am reading a story where it is written there was a girl who was very naughty and she had a father and a mother along with one pet. Once a theft, once a thief entered her house and killed her. Just stop it here and think what would have happened over there. It will gain your interest, and what will happen after some time, you will be conscious to know what would have happened over there when her parents came, what would they react, what would they say, what action would they be taking. So these kind of interest you have to gain, and it will only be gained if you start visualizing the story.
Yes. Okay.
First, visualizing the story, whatever you read. When you read geography, by the way, what kind of preparation you are doing? Can you tell me, please? If you're comfortable.
Currently, so BA, economics honors.
Exam preparation. Are you preparing for any government exam?
Currently, I'm not preparing for any exam.
You're not preparing. You're
because
doing
this is my
last
year,
right?
Last year my honors, so I'm fully honors.
Occupied, right? Okay. So Vishwajit, whenever you are studying economics also, you have to see what is happening surrounding, right? You have to see the market, you have to see the economic condition of country, you have to read the news to get the better answers on your answer writing, right? So you need to visualize the situation of the country as well. Then you can be better at your economic subject as well. So start visualizing. You will see the difference in 1 week only. Because I also did not used to like reading earlier when I was a beginner. Then I watched that movie, Half Girlfriend. And in that, Shraddha Kapoor also says the same thing to Arjun Kapoor. She says, whatever you think, start thinking in English and then visualize it. And I started doing the same thing and it really helped me a lot. Okay, so start doing it. I'm sure it will help you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
And one question.
Yes, please.
You are married person. So what is the
Yes.
difference between married life and bachelor life? Please speak your own opinion. Because
you want to
your
know my
opinion is very
personal experience?
Yeah, ma'am. Difference. What is the difference bachelor life and married? Your personal experience. Can you speak?
Yes,
If you
I
are
can.
fine, then
I am fine. I have no problem. I am
okay, ma'am.
comfortably. All
Because
right.
currently
So,
I'm okay.
yeah, tell me, please. Currently, what happened? I think network issue at his place. Sorry. Okay. So, to be very honest, my married life is better than my bachelor's life because what is the difference? I would say before marriage, I had many restrictions
Because ma'am,
when it comes to.
currently living relationship is very uh, uh, topic. Please
Yeah,
speak.
I'm getting what you're. No, continue. Vishwajit, I am not assessing you, right? Whatever
Ji.
comes in your mind, is speak it up. See, understand. This is for everybody.
Because
This is for
currently,
Vishwajit,
ji.
give me a minute. This is for everybody,
Okay.
not only for Vishwajit. When you are a kid, you are learning Hindi at that point of time, right? Do you
Yeah.
think that others are going to judge you? You don't think that, right? Still, you
Yeah.
keep on speaking. This is how you learn the language of Hindi, isn't it? Right?
Right.
Similarly, you are learning a language which is not an easy task, but which is not impossible also. So
Yeah.
speak whatever comes in your mind. Sir is going to correct you. I am not going to be there forever for sure, but sir is there to help you out with that. So whatever comes in your mind, speak it up. If you don't speak, sir never would get to know that what is in your mind. If you speak, he will correct you and you will get to know the correct English. So
Yeah.
please don't be hesitate. Yes, please continue. Vishwajit, continue, please. So his question was that difference between marriage life and bachelor's life. So trust me, to be very honest, my married life is better than my bachelor's life because there are some differences, of course, which are negative, which are positive. So depends which kind of family you get, especially for girls. You you have to be somebody who is focused on the career. If you are focused on career, everybody would have hope with you. Like whatever I do, my husband thinks that would be fine because he trusts me, right? So before marriage, I used to work with an organization sir has already shared with you. So my day was fully occupied, but right now I'm not doing any job. I'm just doing my studies, so I have enough time for my family also. And I don't have such foundations that you can't go there, you can't. But yes, the difference is now I have responsibility of house. Earlier I was a daughter, so I never used to think what will happen tomorrow, but now I have to think because some other family members are connected to me along with that family, so I have to think before doing anything. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much.
Adiba Asgar. Yes,
Adiba
Adiba.
Nazair, I'm here. I'm Adiba Nazair. Okay, my
Adiba.
question is, ma'am, how can I be expert and talk like native speakers? Actually, when I attend class and watch native speakers videos, so I wish just not a native speaker, just as like you, ma'am, and Ijaz are not making a single mistake in speaking. So I wish that when I speak like this, so how's your experience and how's your journey about this? English speaking.
See, Adiba, if you talk about like how can I speak in fluency, so this comes with a practice. None of the languages can be spoken without practice. Okay, I'll give you my example. My parents belong to UP, where I got married. They are from Haryana. So I can't speak Haryanvi because I don't know much. I know only few words of Haryanvi. If I say I have to be better in Haryanvi also, they can't speak English like me. So I am better at my place. They are better at their place. Why should I compare with others? But what I speak, I'm confident enough that I speak better. What you speak, you should be confident enough what you speak. When you are confident enough with yourself, you perform always better. Don't think I am not better than her. Always think I am better than many people. This will gain your confidence, and day by day you will be better what you were earlier, and you will be better what you are today. Are you getting what I'm saying? This never comes with some tips. I can't give you some sort of tips that do this, you will be better. I can't do that. Trust me. I don't like that tricks, because these tricks are not going to help you. What I say is actually what is practical. Okay. So always be confident what you speak. Wrong, right does not matter. Can you be Sanjeev Kapoor at one go? You cannot be. I can't make biryani like the way he make, right? But I can try. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe day after tomorrow I make biryani like him, isn't it? So don't think ma'am speaks better, sorry speaks better. You speak good, very good, and tomorrow you will speak better. Trust me. Just do not lose motivation. Keep trying. People who try can never lose. You are learning a language. Trust me, learning a language is very tough task. So it will come and you speak better. Seriously, trust me. You are not somebody who does not know even anything, right? So keep trying. After maybe 6 months, or maybe after 2 months, or maybe 3 months, you will be much better than today. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, because of that, when we speak in front of our professor, manager, principal, so we also have hesitation because he is perfect in that language. So we just a loss of confidence. This is also the matter. Because when we stand in front of the educated people, so we should be very careful in speaking and what we are speaking, and this is correct or wrong. This is in my mind, so that's why I'm asking you.
Your question is what everybody has in their mind, or might be if I am learning, if I were to learn Spanish, I will have the same hesitation what you have, I'm sure, because I don't know Spanish, right? So it's not that you are having some maybe questions which are very strange. No, these are very common questions, and everybody whosoever is learning the new language will have the same question, I'm sure. So don't be too much conscious about what you are speaking. Be confident what you speak, and you should, when you see, understand, when you have fear of somebody, you will end up making more mistakes. But when you will be confident what you speak, you will end up making very few mistakes. So always be confident what you are. Does not matter who is in front of you. I'm meeting all of you for the very first time, right? But I'm confident enough what I'm speaking. You should be the same way. I am not a Devi or maybe anybody. I am a simple person like all of you. I was a student. I am a student, but I am confident what I speak, and I am in the same way. You can ask Ajaz sir. We know each other from a long time, right? And Ajaz sir, I really like his attitude, the way he teaches his students. I was impressed from the way of hardly one question. So similarly, some of you will have grammatical errors, vocabulary, fluency, whatever. You need to know the problem, work on that particular problem. You will be fine, better, maybe best. So don't worry. English is not something which cannot be learned. English is something which can be learned easily. It needs practice. It's a language. Remember this, it's a language. And you are not learning it since childhood. You have started just learning. So it will take some time.
And then mostly in book one, and a few they just completed book one, so they end up basic level around.
Just trust me, I found them, most of them are, whomsoever I have heard, I think most of them are comfortable enough in speaking. And by the end of book 5, they would be, I would say, much better than today. And every language Takes time to learn. So don't be in hurry. Don't trust on those books. Learn English in 45 days, 30 days. Can never happen. Can never happen. Trust me.
I can't say.
See, I have the very good answer of this question, Ajas. And this answer is for everybody whomsoever have these questions. If somebody says the same thing, why are you learning in that institute? It is taking 1 year, others are teaching, in 30 days, 40 days. Can you cook dal without knowing which is salt? Can you? You cannot. Can you cook bread without knowing which is flour? You cannot. Until you don't know the basics, you can't learn any language. You have to know A, B, C, D. Then you have to know CAT, cat. Then you have to know CARE, care. Then you have to know the grammar. Then you have to know the vocabulary. This is how we start. At the end, we end up making he cares me. This comes with the practice. So if somebody says, I can teach you English in 45 days, that person is fooling you in front of you. And you are very happy with that person. But that's some completely wrong information he or she is providing you. Okay, so do not trust such things.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I am married just like you, and I have 3 children. So I want to ask you that how can I improve our English with my family?
Okay, very good question. Can you please thank you, mute, you have muted, right? Okay. So what you can do is you can, take out some of the sentences which you can speak with your children. You can, is your husband educated enough to speak English? Yes, right?
So, my husband, Alhamdulillah, completed PhD in that year.
Great. So he can also help you out with that, right? So what you can do is, whatever sentences are spoken on regular basis, such as, please have food, food is prepared, where are you going, till what time you're coming back, what should I cook in today's lunch, what should I cook in breakfast. These are the questions which are common questions. Except for these questions, you can ask your children, what have you learned in today's class? Did your teacher say something to you? These questions are asked on regular basis. Though I don't have children, so I don't know much about it. But yes, I can suggest you. So you can ask such questions. This will help your kids also. This will help you also. And you can open their book. You can teach them. You can ask the questions from their books. So these, strategies will help them and you in speaking English, in vocabulary, and in confidence also.
Thank you,
Try
ma'am.
speaking English. Saima, I would suggest you try speaking English with your kids as much as you can. Do not say, Hindi words like spoon, glass, plate, bowl, or maybe fan, slippers, shoes. Use these words. These, bringing up the child with that language will help them becoming a better speaker of English. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Most welcome.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. I just want to know
Hello,
how to
Shivam.
manage two or more things at a time.
Can you please
Hello.
elaborate your questions little more?
While studying, while doing college, learning new skills means how to manage those things.
Okay. Shivam, first of all, I would love to tell you, I am also preparing for exams. I am a married woman and I am also doing, a diploma course. Okay. So it is quite hard. I understand that, but it's not impossible also. Now I have exams in December. So I'll keep aside what I was preparing for, but I can't keep aside what I'm responsible for. Like I have to wake up in the morning, I have to prepare breakfast for my family. I can't ignore that thing, right? Because we have to eat food in our throughout the day. So, but what I can do is during my exams, what is less important for me, I can ignore that thing for some point of time. Like what you are doing, can you please tell me in details?
Like currently preparing for government exam and learning new skills. So I try to manage these things, but I cannot manage.
Can you
Yes.
can you do you go to school every day or college every day?
No, just coaching.
So
My coaching takes around 4 to 4 hours.
and what else do you do?
Like I'm learning coding.
You're learning coding.
Yeah.
So how much time do you have for these two things? 8 hours, maybe 9 hours, maybe 7 hours, maybe 6 hours.
Means I cannot study like even 7 or 8 hours. Like in 4 or 5, I get like
You get bored, right?
Yeah.
Shivam, see, I take classes on Saturdays, on Sundays. On Saturday, my class starts at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and ends up at 8 p.m. Okay, so this is for 8 hours. And on Sundays, my class starts at 10 o'clock and ends up at 8 o'clock. But what happens in between, we get 3 breaks. After 1 hour or maybe 30 minutes or maybe 2 hours, take break of 10 minutes. Do what you like to do, maybe eating some fruits or maybe doing some sort of exercise or maybe listening to a song. What I generally do is I listen to the song and I lay down on my bed for 10 minutes. It freshen ups me for next 2 hours. You can do the same thing because if you're doing two things together, anyhow, you have to manage the time. I understand continuously, nobody can read for, 8 hours or 10 hours. We are human beings, of course. But you can take short breaks in between. If you can't study for 2 hours, also take after 1 hour, you can take a break for 10 to 15 minutes, no problem. Drink some water, have some dry fruits, or maybe watch a video, short videos, maybe watch some, funny jokes. This, whatever you like. I'm not saying particular thing, whatever you like. Maybe you like some cartoons also. I like Doraemon, I like Shinchan, so whatever you like, right? So you can go through that. It will help you giving your 1 hour extra on regular basis. Because in between you are taking some breaks which are relaxing you. Okay, because learning coding is also not an easy task. It also requires
Yeah,
your, a stable mind.
Like sometimes I'm getting frustrated while learning, while searching algorithms. So
Frustration is not going to help you, Shivam. See, every subject has their own, different way of learning it. English needs different kinds of attention. Maths needs different kinds of attention. Science needs conscious, completely, attentive person. So you have to be, if you're learning that. You can't learn something for sort of learning, sake of learning. You don't have to do that. So take break of 10 minutes after every 1 hour or maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes after. So whatever helps you, whatever is your capacity to do that, it will help you for sure. Okay.
thank you.
Oh, welcome, Shivam. Tarun.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening, Tarun. Fantastic.
Actually, I have a one. I have one question, ma'am. Actually, now I am. How can I make a environment for speaking English? Because I do a job in my company, so there is a multiple companies available, IT companies available, broadband connection available. So there is fluent English. So as per according to me, I speak. I learning only English. according me, in front of anybody, person speaking English for talking in English in my phone, so I cannot understanding. So how can you understand that person is you talking about topic?
So you want to create an environment where everybody speaks in English, so you are comfortable enough, right? This is what
Exactly,
your
ma'am.
question is?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So, Tarun, what happens is what you are interested in English might not, others not be interested, right? So, what I did after getting married, where I was working, that was completely English environment. I was working in an organization where we had to speak in English. Less than Hindi, I used to, sorry, more than Hindi, I used to speak English. But after getting married, they are Haryanvi and they don't speak much English. My husband also, my they were also, they don't speak much English. So what I did, I created a WhatsApp group and I said that whosoever want to be the part of this group has to speak in English. No Hindi allowed. And if you are going to speak in Hindi, I will remove you from that group. And if you come tomorrow to ask me any question, I will not answer your question. Okay, I said this thing. You have to unmute your speaker, Tarun.
Hello. Actually, I have one question also because I do a daily practice for speaking this. I have a one application upload in my one talk now. So there is a conversation for me, every person. They will connect. So how can manage the I am speaking wrong? Yeah, in front of me, any person is speaking with me, it is wrong. So it is my question. My
Tarun,
hesitation is not removing.
Tarun, what is our main problem with us is before speaking, we think, are we speaking correct or wrong? We don't have to think
Yes.
that. Before speaking Hindi, do you think that? You don't. Then why do you
Yes.
think before speaking English that you're correct or not? Maybe you're correct, maybe you're not. How does that matter even? You have
Because my
conveyed your message. See, wait, Tarun, wait. Listen to me. Have you ever prepared chapati for yourself? Roti? Ever? You did. When you started making it, did you think will it be circle or not? You did not. Whatever it was, you ate it, right? Or if it was not circled completely, you threw it. Did you throw? Or you ate it? Tell me. Did you throw that chapati or you had it? Tell me. Unmute your speaker. Tell me.
Mama.
When we prepare
according to
rice, some
Mama
yes,
has
yes.
Mhm.
Tell me. Tell me.
Continue, ma'am. I'm asking. I listen to you.
Whenever we prepare any food, sometimes it becomes some extra salty, sometimes it becomes less salty. If it is less salty, we add some salt. If it is extra salty, anyways, we eat some, put some ghee or makhan or butter or whatever, but we eat it, right? Similarly with English, you can mute your speaker because there is a kid, I guess. Mute your speaker. So whatever it is, maybe correct, maybe right, maybe wrong, maybe grammatical errors, maybe vocabulary not perfectly used, does not matter. Speak it up. If you talk about environment, try to take out some time for yourself where you are speaking in English only with somebody who is comfortable enough. Maybe you every day you are coming to SAR. You have some friends also. It's not compulsion to speak in English everywhere. It's not possible. You are in India. If you start speaking in English everywhere, people will say that get out from here, right? Because they won't understand your language. So wherever you're getting environment, first of all, you try to create environment. If it's not possible at some places, you don't try it because people will say that he's too conscious about the language. He will not do any work. Let him go from our company. So try to let just a minute. Just a minute. Why? So, what was his name? Okay. So, if he joins back, let me know, please. Yes, please. Next.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fantastic. You say, how are you?
I am very fine. Fine done. Oh, well done. I asked the question, ma'am. Two question, right? How to I can be expert in English speaking? And the second question, how to balance professional life and personal life? Success achieve?
Okay. So you have two questions. First question is how can you be expert in English? And second
Yes,
question is
yes.
how to balance
Balance
professional
personal
and
and
personal
professional
life.
life. Yes. Yes, yes.
Just a, just a minute. Okay. So see, first question I would like to answer. Nobody is perfect in anything. Nobody.
Yes.
You can't be perfect in something. Always you can learn something. You can be better at it, but you can't be perfect or expert in something. Okay.
Yes.
So don't try to be expert. You can say that, ma'am, how can I be better at it?
Yes.
And why do you need to be expert? Do you have to create your own language? You don't have to. You need to know
Yes,
only, right? Yes, tell me.
but I thought before I don't any language and I learn I should be willpower and English language speaking very.
Abdul, have you ever watched any movie which is in English?
I don't watch.
You don't watch movies. Okay. Do you watch any
No,
serial which is in English? Maybe series, maybe
no,
episodes?
no,
You
no,
don't.
no, no, ma'am.
What do you do for learning English?
I I learn in English environment, my environment and other foreign country go to participate and virus and all over India and our foreign countries move. Then I can speak English, but better than future time. So I willpower
Abdul,
to English language.
Abdul, my question is, what are you doing to learn English? What are the practices you are, implementing in your life?
Yes.
Are you getting my question? How do you practice English language? What do you do for learning English?
Yes.
Just a minute. Huh? Yes, I am saying, what are you doing to learn
Yes.
this language?
I learn English speaking language better future time and some many places move and very culture society and environment very hard and sharpness.
Still, you did not get my question, Abdul. My question is, see, I learned English by, reading some novels. The way I started, I'm telling you, by reading some novels, or I watched many English movies, and I still listen to the English songs, which help me increasing my vocabulary power and grammatical. I would not talk about grammar. Can you please mute a speaker? Thank you, Abdul. So you don't need to be, perfect in something. Your question, you need to know how are you going to learn. You don't know how to start. You don't know how to end. You don't know what to do. Then you can't learn something. I think Ajaz, you need to talk to him and you need to make a strategy for him.
By translations only, and recently he joined this institution, and he recently contacted me. So it will take time. I didn't even start
It
book one.
is.
I didn't even start book one, so it will take time. And who are speaking? Good day. I in book like Ikra. I mean, she is going to talk to you. She is in book two. So let's talk to her now. because she's raising hand.
But I think,
Yes, yes, yes,
but I
please.
think Abdul has very good willpower, so
Very good.
he will learn so quickly.
Yes, he
I
has
can see the passion he has for English.
determination. Yes, determined and very much means conscious for the English language by heart. But the thing is, he was earlier misguided. Means people who met him, they didn't guide and didn't instruct him in a better way. He always learned from the person who taught him by memorizing the things, not by understanding. This is the problem actually. And
Okay.
so yes, next is Ikra. Yes, please continue, Ikra.
Yes. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, Ikra. I am very good. You tell, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine, ma'am. I want to ask you that I don't feel any interest in reading novels and watching movies. How I can take interest in reading. Like you said that I can read any types of books.
Ikra, do you watch movies?
I don't like to watch. I only watch a little bit of one or two movies, and I
Which
left.
is your favorite movie?
I can't say that I have because I haven't seen a full movie of any
Oh my
since I was,
God.
because I don't feel any interest after 10 minutes or after 30 minutes. I feel bored. I want to see that movie, or I feel like that. So
Are
how
you
I
on
can?
Instagram?
No, I am not on Instagram.
Are you on Facebook?
No.
So what do you do your whole day?
Like I'm doing graduation right now, so I only do like a job what like I'm in a joint family, so I spend my whole time with my family.
What do you do with your family? Some gossip,
like
some.
like this,
What do
yeah.
you do throughout the day? So,
Like
do you like it? Do you like it? What are you doing?
no, like this is like right now I'm habitual of that, so I can't
Ikra,
do other
Ikra,
of that.
Ikra. Wait. I'll ask you 5 questions. You have to answer in yes or no only. Explanation later on, okay? My first question is, do you spend your whole day just in talking to your family?
No.
Do you like what you do in regular basis?
Sometime.
Yes, sometimes fine. Do you like the subjects you have taken in your graduation?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, if you were to watch any movie which you have to watch completely, are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready for that, but I will take like I will see half part of that. I can't see the
Why?
full
What is
movie
the
in
reason
one
behind
time.
that? Give me a reason for that.
Like I feel bored.
What makes you bored? That's what I want to know, Ikra. What makes you bored?
Like I didn't get any interest from that.
And tell me how many members are there in your family?
We are 5.
5 members. Can you name them like maybe by your relation, brother, mother, sister, like this?
Yeah, I have one brother, one like I have 2 brothers, one mother and me and little girl that with my brother
Okay,
and
your
bhabhi also.
niece, right? And your
Yes, ma'am.
sister-in-law.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you like talking to your sister-in-law?
Sorry, I'm not married.
Sister-in-law, your bhabhi, right? She's also your sister-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah, I like her.
And do you like to talk to your mother?
Yeah, of course.
How much time do you can you give talking to them only without doing anything else?
Like mm, we sit together in the night, we talk like that.
That's fine. What kind of discussions do you hold? What kind of discussions?
Like whatever
Give me
comes,
an
like
honest answer,
it's
please.
random. That
Give me
is
an honest answer, please.
that is random comes, whatever it comes, Like
What
right
did you
now we are
discuss
talking
yesterday
about the
night?
yesterday night we were talking about the marriage because my brother is getting married in January. So we were talking about that. We are doing preparation for that.
Okay, Ikra, see, try to understand here. You just shared that you don't like watching movies, right?
Yeah.
You are somebody who spend your whole day in your family only, and still you don't like movies. What happens in movies? Something which is happening in your family. If you can spend your whole day in your family without feeling bored, why can't you watch a movie which is same as your family? Something which is happening in your family, same thing happens in movies also, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
See, when you watch a movie, try keeping yourself in any of that role. For example, you haven't watched a movie. I can't give you an example also. See, if I were to give a movie to you, it would be Three Idiots movie. Okay. So if I keep myself as a Raju who tried suiciding, who attempted suicide, so I kept myself to his place and I started visualizing what he did. I wouldn't have done that. And this is how I gain interest in that movie. You try doing the same thing, start watching movies, start watching, some videos on YouTube, some facts on YouTube. If you don't watch anything, you're not going to learn anything. Social media is not bad always. Social media gives you a lot of information as well.
Yeah,
Watch
I
news
use
channels.
YouTube. Yeah, I use YouTube. I saw like some videos from native speakers also.
If you can watch
I spend my
videos
time
on
in
net,
that.
Ikra, if you can watch video of native speakers, why can't you learn a book of native speaker? Why can't you read a book? Whatever he speaks, that's same written in the book also. Why do you get interest in listening, not in reading?
I don't know, but I don't want to read. I feel like I want to listen. I can listen the native speaker. I feel interest in that when other people is speaking very fluently. I feel like wow when I will speak like them. But when I start reading like novel, we are doing a novel right now. So I feel like I feel bored. I sometimes I feel like some vocabularies comes which I don't know the meaning. I go to the Google and I search that from that that makes me bored again and
Do you
again. I have to
understand?
Google.
Do you understand every word whatever native speaker speaks? That also you find
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah,
So why don't you feel bored at that point of time?
like when they are saying sometimes I don't understand the meaning of what the other is saying, but at the end I can like summarize or I can understand the what he was saying that word.
Ikra, your niece, in which class she is?
She is in first.
She's in first. Does she have any book which has stories
Yeah, she
in
has.
English?
Yeah, she
She
has.
has. Have you ever read any of the stories?
No, I didn't read her book. I read a poem yesterday. She came to me that I was an apple that was in her book.
Check out her book today after this session. Go through the, name of the chapters. Go through the name of the chapters and find out any chapter. It won't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. Read that chapter and share the feedback with Ajaz sir. Sir, yesterday for the very first time I read complete chapter. After that, watch a movie, any movie completely, and then share the feedback. This is how you can gain interest. Okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You can mute your speaker, Ikra.
About means it's I think it's 10. So Kiran, you can end the session with some good thoughts and good your experience, basically your experience, how was your experience? Because in my experience is really fantastic after long time talking with you and listening so many things.
Thank you so much, Azaz, and thanks to everyone for being part of this session. And I speak after talking to each of you. Remember the day when I used to teach in FEA. So it was a great experience talking to all of you. And yes, thank you so much, everybody, to share your queries, your feedback, and whatever you had in your mind. Trust me, I would say one thing once again: you are learning a language. See, whenever you do a graduation, it takes you 3 hours or maybe 4 hours. If you're doing BTech, it takes you 4 hours. If you're doing B.Ed, it takes you 4 hours. You're doing your any graduation, which takes at least 3 hours. You can't get BA degree in 1 year. You can't get BCom degree in 6 months. Why do we have so much patience getting that degree, but you don't have patience when you learn English? You want to learn English in 1 month, but you have so much patience getting any degree. And even you get back in that and you have extra 1 year also. You don't go to university and say, I need my degree in 1 year. I don't know anything. You can't say that thing, right? Because this is how system has made it. Understand it. You are an Indian. You have been using the language which is been taught to you since you were born. But you are learning in English. You are learning a language which just came in your syllabus, which you thought to learn. So everything is new. If somebody leaves me in Bihar, I can't go anywhere because I don't know anything. I have to read board. I have to go through the maps, locations, and all. Then I can reach to my location. But if somebody leaves me in Delhi, I know many locations over there. Similarly, language, you have to find out the vocabulary meaning also. You have to find out the grammars also. You have to find out the, sentence structures, punctuations. Everything is new for you. Have patience, even if it takes you 1 hour, 1 year, maybe 1.5 years. Don't lose patience. Keep learning it. Keep doing what you are doing. Don't think it's been 6 months. I still did not learn. Leave it. I can't learn it. No, it won't help you. If it takes 1 year also, 2 years also, how does that even matter? Is something left behind learning English? Is it stopping you? Is something? No, nothing. You have to keep learning. This is how you can learn it. Ajaz sir must have taken 1 year maybe learning English. Did you? More than 1 year, right? And even I don't know how much time I took. I must have taken more than 2-3 years because I was very dull student. I was not a very good student. Okay. So everybody has their strength. Everybody has their weaknesses. Do not and never compare yourself with anyone. You are you. He is he. She is she. I am me. He is he. I cannot compare anyone. I am 5.1. He is 5.5. How can we be same? We cannot be. So similarly, our mind also has some capacity. It will blast someday if we, keep increasing things in it. Don't do that. Try giving your best always. This is what I would say. Okay. Anything if you want to say, you can say. I am all done at my end. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone.